Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Stir Thriver with me, Mamie. Hope you all are having a great weekend. I took this time to regroup and reconnect with myself, take care of myself this weekend. I had a rough week. It was a rough week all over the place. So, first, I shut off the news and got out of the rabbit hole that is our current political and governmental situation. And then I went and I did things that took care of me. Yesterday, I had a lovely morning at our local farmers market, and I picked up some great Indian chutney. And I picked up some candles, and I picked up some eggs. Yes, farm fresh eggs. They were $5 a dozen, but hey, it beats Publix. Okay, just saying. But what I want to talk to you about this morning is I have been doing a lot of thinking. I came out of the election, as you all know, very, very angry and resentful and frustrated at all of the people that voted for Trump or didn't vote at all. And I think I'm most angry at the people who didn't vote at all because they couldn't bring themselves to vote for either candidate, which I personally feel is a cop out. I find that to be I don't know if it's a cop out, just simple as that. It's a cop out. Take a stand. Take a stand. Right, wrong, or indifferent. Take a stand. But I want to stop being angry. And I've been doing a lot of journaling, and one of the things that keeps coming up to me is that I've got to be better. And I don't mean physically or monetarily or whatever. I need to be better at communicating why voting for this president wasn't a great idea and why I want you to come home to um, a moderate to liberal America. That's when America was great. When America was great, when everybody had a job and the middle class was growing and people could look forward to their futures. And by the way, we are a country of immigrants. So all of the people voting in this country, there's only one group of people in this country that are not immigrants, and those are Native Americans. And they're treated like the worst of immigrants which is horrible. Anyway, I digress. My point being is when we were looking out for our neighbors, when we were as a group, as a whole, trying to lift up the more challenged of us and gave them an equal playing field, we were great. That's when we were great. This fear mongering that someone has more than you and somebody who has nothing is somehow going to come in and take from you is just, it's so sad that there are people that have bought into this story. And what's really, really sad is they are now finding out that the story was a lie. And the people that are really being targeted are them. They're losing. So I want to challenge myself and the rest of us to come out of our anger, come out of our disappointment. We've been grieving and licking our wounds for the last 3 or 4 months, and it's time for us to start picking ourselves back up. We have a fight on our hands, and we can't win this fight if we don't start pulling some of these people back into the fold. When a predator suddenly attacks a herd, right, of whatever, zebras, antelopes, whatever you want to say. But whenever a predator attacks suddenly a herd, the idea is to shock them and scare them and separate them, right? To not know where they're supposed to be going, to be overwhelmed. That way, that predator can come in and take the weakest. We can't let this predator take our weakest, because at some point in time, we may become the weakest when we're vulnerable senior citizens, when we have a child that has special needs. We all have vulnerable moments in our lives. And this country has made their place in the world by being the place where the least of us get help. Our communities reach out to each other and support the ones who are in trouble. Whether it is a hurricane in Florida, the Twin Towers in New York, the fires out in California, when the shit hits the fan, American people stop looking at our differences and only think about how can I help. We should be doing this not only in crises, but in our everyday life. Every single day, wake up and think to yourself, how can I model the way I want the world to be? How can I help bring back those people who were so misinformed and frightened? And obviously, the people who got so afraid have things to be afraid for. Maybe they, are taking care of elderly parents and their finances are stretched. Or again, maybe they have some special needs kids and things are tight. Maybe somebody lost a job. Somebody maybe is grieving over the loss of a child, that their life is in turmoil, and the predator picked up on it and turned their fears into his benefit. It is time for us to come together and attack back. I'm not talking about hurting anybody or anything else like that. But when we come together, there is nothing we cannot accomplish. Nothing. Hold our legislators accountable, hold the president accountable, even hold that piece of crap that wasn't elected who is scavenging. He's not a predator. He's a freaking scavenger, sneaking in on the back end of somebody else and rampaging and pillaging our weakest spots for his own gain. We can't let it continue, everybody. We can't. So, as always, take care of ourselves first. Go and take that walk along the beach or in the woods or sit out in the sun and enjoy nature. Maybe sit by a fire if it's really cold. I know the weather is going to get really cold and bad this coming week for areas of the country. Reach out to your friends. Reach out to me. If you need a friendly face to say hi to, say hi. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. And neither is this country. We have weathered worse. We really have. And we came out on the other side. Let's learn from this situation and make ourselves better than we were. Make America better again. What do you say? Have a great week, and don't forget, resist.